Do you hate painting Warhammer 40,000?
Yes. Welcome back to the Kieran Show. My name is Kieran and his name is Kieran, and in today's video we are talking about the armies to paint if you hate painting.
Yeah, so this is
40K.
You don't enjoy getting the brushes out. You want as minimal steps as possible, or an easy way to paint a large army. Make sure you check out the sister, brother, cousin, weird neighbor video of this video, which is the army if you love painting. Because time is a construct that neither of us can understand, it either came out before this one or it comes out after this one.
Interesting. But they are great for comparing as well. I think that is, obviously, everything is subjective.
This isn't a social experiment, by the way.
No, we didn't release this on the same day at the same time like other people have done that we won't name.
Anyway.
Carry on.
So this is if you hate painting. I've got a couple of picks.
Similar, I've got one pick again that I'll just do another on nom.
Stop saying om nom!
Never. I'll never stop.
Right, I'll go first. So my first pick is Tyranids.
Is this from personal experience?
No, so this is this is like fly on the wall. That it should be easy. I couldn't do it.
I see.
I've seen people that have managed to do it and get great results really quickly. They're built for contrast paint, which is maybe what I should have done.
Yeah. Maybe that was it. You went hard mode on something that you weren't totally clued up on.
Yeah, so Tyranids, the way like the Hormagaunts and the new stuff, the way those models are engineered, they're ripe for contrast paint and the way it works. So if you hate painting, yes, Tyranids is a really, really large army and you have lots and lots of bugs, but most of them are like 4 colours. You've got the chitin on the back, you've got the eyes and teeth. Contrast paint them.
I think the details themselves, like to make up of a Tyranid, you've got the chitin plates, you've got the flesh, and outside of that, there's not really much else to paint. Especially if you're going with that kind of horde-like approach for Tyranids, and you've got to get a lot of models on the table quickly.
Yeah, I also think that if you start a Tyranid army, you contrast paint it and you get it out quickly. I still think they're a really nice bed to then hone in painting skills and then potentially progress. So if you go into, like, if you're joining 11th edition as a new hobbyist and you go, I want an army that and get done quickly, but I don't think I like painting. You start painting, oh, I actually really like it. Tyranids they're a nice foundation that you can then transition into. I want to do far more funky things. You're not limited by the sculpts. You can potentially not use contrast paint on them and then try and paint all the flesh individually like some guy did.
Yeah, I actually think with Tyranids as well, like, let's say that you haven't got access to like the most amount of hobby equipment, they are one of those armies, because they are very organic in that they're like makeup. You can do the majority of the work with like rattle cans. So like let's say if you wanted to spray all of them red or purple or whatever, and then did a white or cream zenith or highlight with your rattle cans over the top, I think that's the majority of it done. Like, you could do that. You could do the chitinous plates, maybe a wash over the skin, and then they're kind of done. Like that with some basing schemes. I think you could really
in theory they should be easy. This is long-term viewers will know that I wasn't very good at it.
You went for it. I think what did you try and copy Fletcher's scheme? Is that what happened?
No, I tried to make a faster version of it.
Oh.
And then
What do you think killed it?
Well, I took what a professional painter did and tried to do it faster.
Well, I tried to do something very, very similar and put my own spin on it, and
spun out.
Yeah, not even close.
Nice. Well, my nomination.
Yeah, your first pick.
My first pick is Necrons. So Necrons.
Okay.
Is a bit. I'll be honest. This is a bit of a
silver in a wash.
Exactly. It's a Cheez-It pick. I'll be honest. But their whole kind of premise is that they are just unearthed robots that have lived for way too long. Silver is the name of the game.
Not always. They're not all silver.
Sure.
The Silent King Legion is brass.
A metallic of your choice, and then with a colour of your choice for things like pipes, and with your glowies for your gribbly bits. I think it starts to get a little bit more complicated with things like flayed ones and stuff, but they make up such a small percentage of the army.
Paint them, though.
Yeah, it's super easy, and I think that you can have kind of different flavors of Necrons if you wanted to. If you wanted to reduce the model count, go with kind of like destroyer heavy, maybe some big characters if you're one of those people that went big characters. If you're one of those guys that went, oh, I'm actually going to run all the Tesseract vaults and all the gods, shame on you. But you can probably get those painted up hella quick.
I don't think. I think 99% of this range, I think, definitely lends itself to being an army if you hate painting. However, there's a little guy called the Silent King.
There's a big guy. Oh no, little guy, massive chair.
Little guy, massive chair. I don't think he's fast to paint in any world.
I think you could cheese it. It doesn't do the model justice, but I think that's the thing with Necrons, right? They are very easy to paint, but they have got an incredibly high ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, like I went to like a no retreat a few years back, and the guy I was bunking with, called Christian, had this phenomenal Necrons army that was all like heavy metal painted. And I'm not really a heavy metal guy at all, but it was phenomenal. So, yeah, you could take it however you kind of want, I suppose, with Necrons. But yeah, very good.
My next pick, and I think this is probably what I would say if you definitely know you hate painting, and I think it's definitely an army that a lot of the community do go to and they just want to get an army quick on the table, and that's Custodes. Spray them gold, wash them, dry brush them, done.
Finished. Easy peasy.
They're like silver in a wash, but just silver in a wash.
The only thing you might need to add is cloaks and leathers, but that's such a
two details.
Such a small part of the mini.
Yeah,
and you can definitely do that with contrast paint as well.
The Custodes range isn't very diverse either. They'll follow a very formulaic look. So you can batch paint this out very quickly. It's a low model count, so you're not going to be, contrast painting Hormagaunts until your eyes bleed.
That would be real sad.
Yeah, you just get these, and if you want to go with a funky scheme, go with again, rattle cans. You could just do a two-tone, dry brush them, wash them, done. Or if you want to, if you want to do the traditional scheme, which is obviously the gold, just spray them gold, wash them with Gilliam and Flesh, then dry brush them with the gold, pick out the details, and you're done.
To be fair, I think you could even just do gold in a wash.
The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture.
If you
I've got a couple of steps.
Well, yeah, but this is if you hate painting. You could go as literally low effort as you want. And I think that
it sounds awful because they're gorgeous miniatures. Like the filigree on them is incredible. It does sound like you're doing them a disservice by calling them a Cheez-It army, but
I disagree.
They're absolutely a Cheez-It army.
There's a lot of models in 40k that are so detailed that even an easier paint job, ultimately this video is for people that hate painting minis. The details lend themselves to the painting scheme, really.
Yeah.
You could go so low effort, make it really simple, and they still look really good just because the models are that brilliant. Especially the heresy ones. Must stress, choose the heresy ones. They're better.
That new heresy range I did get is pretty good. And still lends itself to the Cheez-It scheme.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's just the army as a whole. Cheese Marines.
Cheese Marines.
Yeah. Have you got any other on-noms, as you call them?
On-noms. Hilariously, it's the one you chose for the people that, if you love painting, I'm going with Space Marines.
Why?
Because you can just do two-tone, or even just base coat them with rattle cans. You can fill in the little in-betweeny cushiony bits.
The in-betweeny cushiony bits?
I don't know what's it called?
It's called rubber.
Oh, is that literally what it is?
Yeah.
Oh. That. With contrast paint, and that's it. It's done. I think that you can go as easy or as difficult as you want to with Space Marines, but for the majority of those schemes, they are always going to be in the easy push-fit boxes. They are always going to be in your starter set armies, and the nice thing is, I think we touched on it in the last video, because it's such an expansive range, you can take the most expensive stuff. You can take the easiest bits to paint if you want to, and go with a slightly lower model count. And if you want it to be truly versatile and you actually want to pick all the different Space Marine armies and play a little bit of everything, go with a colour scheme that doesn't match any of them, and then you can kind of do what you want. So, yeah, Space Marines is my last pick.
I do kind of agree.
Yeah?
That you can cheese them.
You can.
But
Justly you can.
If you love painting, I think you definitely could as well.
You love Space Marines so much that you're like, you shouldn't. You shouldn't cheese the Emperor's finest.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other honourable mentions. Orcs are What's interesting is an army like orcs. I don't think these are an army if you hate painting. I'm just going to talk about them briefly. You can contrast paint them, but there is so much more going on with them.
Not anymore. I think that
They're so detailed now.
I think like maybe
I think they used to be a cheese-it pick.
5-10 years ago, I think you could have absolutely got away with it with these new models in line with Armageddon in the new 11th edition boxes. Nah, not anymore. Not anymore. Sorry. I think that Tyranids kind of lucked out in that they had a great refresh, but they are still organic enough that they are the details you can kind of skip over if you want to. Orcs, nah, not so much. Yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, we'd love to hear some of your picks for people down below. If you are new here, give us a like and a sub. I think we are kind of on the quest with this brand new edition to spread the Kieran Show love as much as we can.
40k for new 40k.
That's 40k to 40k. Is that what we're after?
40k for new 40k.
Oh, is that what the hashtag is?
Yes.
That we never use.
Yeah.
We'll put it on a t-shirt, maybe. And then a massive thank you to the list of Kieran's on the left-hand side. Yeah, we'll see you in Discord, where you will absolutely batter us for our picks. There's no doubt about it, because you, despite support us, I think it's just a free ride to hate on us publicly.
Feels that way.
Your words are cutting, and we will never recover emotionally.
Stop talking now.
Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye.
Peace and love. Bye.